Hello everyone, in this video we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. The revision PDF are uploaded on this Telegram channel. We have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. Now let's start. Which arm of Indian Army is going to recruit women as pilots for the first time from next year? So AAC, that is Army Aviation Corps, and it is going to recruit women as the pilots for the first time from next year. Now prior to this, the women were allotted only ground duties in Army Aviation Corps, and for the first time they will be given these pilot responsibilities. Which Union Ministry is going to set up a National Faceless Penalty Center. So it will be set up by MOF, that is Ministry of Finance. ITD, that is Income Tax Department under DOR, that is Department of Revenue, is going to set up this Faceless Penalty Center. This Department of Revenue is under Finance Ministry. So why this is going to be launched? So it aims to handle the orders for penalties issued under the Faceless Assessment Program. Ministry of Minority Affairs has decided to geotag all Waqf properties in which Indian state or union territory. So this is Puducherry. So three important things. First, it is going to be done in Puducherry. What will be done? This geotagging. Geotagging means adding its location on the digital map. So this will be done by MOMA, that is Ministry of Minority Affairs. The United Nations and its partners are seeking 1.3 billion for which country affected by war. So this is about Afghanistan. Capital of Afghanistan is Kabul. And now United Nations and its humanitarian partners are seeking $1.3 billion to assist Afghanistan, which has been affected by war. Taliban is a militant group of Afghanistan. Recently, Taliban was in news because Taliban and USA signed a peace agreement, and this was signed in Doha. Doha is in Qatar, and it is the capital of Qatar. With reference to defense, what is ASMI, which was in news recently? So it is a machine pistol. Now why it is so special? See, it has been indigenously developed. So it is India's first indigenous machine pistol. Now what is the meaning of this term indigenous? It means it has been developed by India itself. So it has been developed by DRDO, that is Defense Research and Development Organization, in collaboration with Indian Army. Rushikulia Beach is located in which state or union territory? So it is located in Odisha. Now this is a place, or this is a site for mass nesting of turtles. So you can see a screenshot. Now recently ZSI, that is Geological Survey of India, tagged these turtles. As per the recent Financial Stability Report, what is the average time taken for the resolution of corporate insolvency? So it is 433 days. Name of the report is Financial Stability Report. It has been released by RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. So as per this report, the average time taken for the resolution of a corporate insolvency is 433 days. This is under IBC. What is IBC? It is Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. That means under this code, usually a corporate insolvency issue is resolved in 433 days. Which organization has launched a portal regarding tax evasion, foreign undisclosed assets and Benami properties? So this has been done by CBDT, that is Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. Recently, CBDT has launched a dedicated portal for receiving and processing the complaints related to tax evasion and related to foreign undisclosed assets and Benami properties. So this is an initiative to curb the instances of tax evasion. Resolution 1373 on counter-terrorism is associated with which organization? So it is associated to UNSC, that is United Nations Security Council. Actually, this resolution was adopted after 9/11 attack on USA. Now recently it was in news because there was a open debate on this resolution, and in this debate India was represented by our External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. From which date India's new foreign policy will come in effect? So it is April 1st, 2021. This foreign trade policy is usually announced for a term of 5 years. The last foreign policy was from 2015 to 2020, but in the backdrop of this pandemic situation, it was extended. NASSCOM has partnered with the Artificial Intelligence Mission of which state to launch an innovation factory. So this state is Telangana. And for this purpose, NASSCOM has partnered with TAIM. What is TAIM? It is Telangana Artificial Intelligence Mission. Which country's Mars Digger probe named MOLE was declared dead recently? So it was a probe related to NASA. NASA is the space agency of USA. So this Mars Digger probe was deployed on Mars by InSight lander of NASA. So the name of lander was InSight and the name of this Digger probe was MOLE. Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which was in news recently, passes through which sea? So it passes through Baltic Sea. So this is going to connect Russia with Germany. So first important point is that it is a natural gas pipeline. Second important point is that it is going to connect Russia with Germany. And third point is that it is passing through Baltic Sea. ICE Stupa, Swasthya Portal and Prayas Dashboard are the initiatives of which union ministry? So these are the initiatives of MOTA, that is Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Recently, this Tribal Affairs Ministry won Scotch Award for e-governance, and that is why these initiatives were in news. This ICE Stupa initiative was started to solve the water problem in Ladakh region. The Swasthya Portal is a portal for the health and nutritional status of tribal population of our country, and Prayas is a dashboard for prompt communication. Which country has permitted Dubai royals to hunt Hobara bustard? So this country is Pakistan. So what is this entire issue? See, the hunting of this Hobara bustard is banned in Pakistan. However, Pakistan allow the hunting when these Dubai royals visit Pakistan. What is MINUSMA, which was in news recently? So it is United Nations Peacekeeping Mission in Mali. The exact full form is Multidimensional Integrated Stabilization Mission in Mali. So it is a peacekeeping mission of United Nations in Mali. Recently it was in news because the convoy of peacekeepers was attacked by IED. So what is the full form of IED? It is Improvised Explosive Device. As of January 2021, what is India's revised target for achieving 20% ethanol blending with gasoline? So previously this target was 2030. Now it has been revised. So now new target is 2025. That means by 2025 we are going to ensure 20% blending of ethanol in gasoline. Which company has manufactured India's first driverless metro cars? So this company is BEML. It is a defense PSU. Recently this India's first driverless metro car was in news because the facility was unveiled by Union Defense Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh. Which country has imposed sanctions against Iran, China and UAE for doing business with Islamic Republic of Iran shipping lines? So this country is USA. Actually, few months ago, USA left JCPOA. This is Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. So informally it is known as Iran Nuclear Deal. Now, after the exit of USA from this deal, USA started imposing sanctions on Iran, and it also started warning those countries who were doing business with Iran. So now, keeping that aspect in mind, it has imposed sanctions on several countries who were involved in the business with Iran. What amount of funds has been sucked out of the financial system by RBI through its recent reverse repo operations? So it is 2 trillion. So using these reverse repo operations, RBI sucked this much money out of the financial system. With reference to Starstreak air defense system, India has recently teamed up with which country? So this country is UK. Now, please note that this explanation is part of GK Today paid program. However, if you are following these videos seriously and if you are making notes from them, you need not to do anything extra. So, India's Bharat Dynamics and global aerospace company Thales have signed an agreement for the collaboration for Starstreak air defense system. This will be done with the support of Government of India and Government of UK. Google has removed the personal loan applications in which country amid safety concerns. So recently Google decided to review personal loan applications in India, and a lot of applications were removed. Why so? Because they were involved in fraud. Previously, RBI also warned that public should not fall prey to these unauthorized digital lending platforms and mobile applications. A team of scientists from which organization has entered China to probe the source of coronavirus? So it was a team from WHO. This arrived in Wuhan province of China to investigate the origin of coronavirus pandemic. Now WHO is World Health Organization. It was formed in 1948. Please note that the headquarters of WHO is in Geneva in Switzerland. Which state celebrates Tiruvalluvar Dinam to honor the famous philosopher poet Tiruvalluvar? So this state is Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu celebrates this Tiruvalluvar Dinam to honor famous poet Tiruvalluvar. Now please note that he was famous poet and his famous work was Tirukural, and this day is celebrated on the second day of Tamil month Thai. Which statutory organization recently observed its 57th foundation year on 14th of January? So this is FCI, that is Food Corporation of India. It was established in 1965 and it was established on 14th of January. So this year it celebrated 57th foundation day. It is a statutory body under Food Corporation Act of 1964 and it is under Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. National Institute of Science, Communication and Policy Research has been created under which organization? So this has been created under CSIR, that is Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. So the new institution is CSIR NIS CPR. What is NIS CPR? It is National Institute of Science, Communication and Policy. So this has been formed by the merger of these two institutions. One is CSIR NIS CAIR and second is CSIR NIS TADS. So it is going to be like this: CSIR NIS CAIR plus CSIR NIS TADS. So after the merger of these two institutions, new institution has been formed and it is CSIR NIS CPR. And the foundation stone for this new organization was laid down by Dr. Harshvardhan, who is the Union Minister for Science and Technology. Which ministry has permitted to classify expenditure made on COVID-19 vaccination awareness under CSR? Now first thing first, what is CSR? So CSR stands for Corporate Social Responsibility. Recently, this MCA, that is Ministry of Corporate Affairs, announced that the funds spent on the awareness programs and campaigns on COVID-19 vaccination will be classified as CSR. In simplest term, corporate companies have social responsibility. So they spent a certain amount of their profit on social activities, for example, in literacy campaigns, in sanitation, or in women empowerment campaigns. LCA Tejas is manufactured by which organization? So it is manufactured by HAL, that is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Why it was in news? Because recently CCS cleared a proposal for the procurement of LCA Tejas aircrafts. CCS is headed by Prime Minister. Now these LCA Tejas aircrafts are designed and manufactured by HAL, that is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. What is the name of software jointly launched by NIC and CBSE? What is NIC? It is National Informatics Center. CBSE is Central Board of Secondary Education. So the name of software is Collab CAD. This has been jointly launched by CBSE and NIC. So this software will allow students to create and modify 3D digital designs. India's first labor movement museum is to be launched in which state? So this museum will show the history of world labor movement and it will be launched in Kerala. So this is going to be India's first labor movement museum. Now, recently Kerala was also in news as it became the first state to fix MSP for vegetables. Bhadravati Rapid Action Force, that is RAF unit, which was in news recently, is the first such unit of which state? So it is the first such unit of Karnataka. Recently, our Union Home Minister Amit Shah laid the foundation stone for this unit. And this is a unit of RAF, that is Rapid Action Force. This RAF is a specialized wing of CRPF, that is Central Reserve Police Force. And CRPF is a part of CAPF, that is Central Armed Police Force. CAPF are under MHE, that is Home Ministry. Which Indian Union Minister was conferred with the Sahitya Gaurav Samman Award by the Hindi Writers Guild of Canada? So, Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank was honored with this Sahitya Gaurav Samman, and it was given by Hindi Writers Guild of Canada. Why he was awarded? Because of his contribution to Hindi literature. Now, India's High Commissioner in Canada is Mr. Ajay Bisaria. Cornwall, the host of this year's G7 summit, is located in which country? So, it is in UK. UK is going to be the host of this year's G7 summit, and it will be in June. And since UK is the host, so UK has invited India, Australia and South Korea to participate in this summit as guest countries. Mahananda Wildlife Sanctuary, which is going to conduct the bird festival, is located in which state of India? So, it is situated in West Bengal, and it is going to organize first of its kind bird festival. It will be organized in February month. Now, recently one more state was in news because of first of its kind bird festival, and the name of this festival was Kalrao, and this is related to Bihar. Which institution is to develop India's first indigenous flow diverter stent used to reduce the chances of heart stroke? So, SCTIMST, that is Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology, is going to collaborate with Biorad Medicis for two devices. So, first thing first, the Sri Chitra Institute is going to collaborate with Biorad Medicis. Biorad Medicis is a Pune-based institution. A drawing of which famous comic has set the record for the most expensive comic book art in the history? So, it is related to Tintin. A Tintin drawing created by a Belgian artist, Hergé, was sold recently in $3.1 million at Paris in France, and therefore it became the most expensive comic book art in the history. And what is this art? This is the art. This art contains a red dragon on a black background. So, this is the most expensive comic book art in the history. Najat Shamim Khan, who has been elected as the President of United Nations Human Rights Council, belong to which country? So, C is from Fiji. Actually, C was Ambassador of Fiji in Geneva. Name is Najat Shamim Khan. So, C has been elected as the President of United Nations Human Rights Council for 2021. Now, usually the President of this council is elected by consensus. But for the first time in the history of this council, elections were organized to elect the President. So, C won 29 votes out of 47 votes. What is the corpus of Startup India Seed Fund, which was announced by the Prime Minister recently? So, it is a fund of 1000 crore rupees. And this was announced in the backdrop of this Prarambh Summit. So, Prarambh was Startup India International Summit. This summit was organized by Commerce Ministry, and for this, BIMSTEC was the key partner. This Prarambh Summit was organized to mark the 5th anniversary of Startup India initiative. Which country has withdrawn its support of 300 military instructors from CAR? CAR is Central African Republic. So recently Russia has informed United Nations that it is going to withdraw its 300 military instructors. Why these military instructors were in CAR? These were sent there to train the African National Army. But now why Russia is withdrawing them? Because recently there was attack on security forces. In this context, this term was in use, and it is MINUSCA. Indian Farm Forestry Department Cooperative, that is IFFDC, has partnered with which union ministry to conduct training program for artisans? So recently, IFFDC, that is Indian Farm Forestry Development Cooperative Limited, has partnered with TriFed. TriFed is under Tribal Affairs Ministry. So they are going to conduct training programs for tribal artisans, and the intention is to enhance their entrepreneurship skills so that they can live a better standard of life. Ministry of Corporate Affairs authorized ISRO's commercial arm Antrix to move petition before which organization to wind up Devas? So before it, let me give you a brief background of this entire issue. Devas is a private space related startup company. The headquarters of Devas is in Bengaluru. Which organization launched a platform for its clients named Star MF Plus? So this has been launched by BSE, that is Bombay Stock Exchange. It is a digital platform that will provide the front office and back office support. There is one more platform by BSE, it is Star MF. This is for mutual fund. Now BSE is Bombay Stock Exchange. This Bombay Stock Exchange is the old name. Now it is known as BSE Limited. So this is located at Dalal Street in Mumbai. Davos Agenda is the online event of which organization? So this is the online event of World Economic Forum. So why it is Davos Agenda? Because it is going to be held at Davos in Switzerland. Siang River, which was making news with reference to red panda species, is located in which state of India? So it is located in Arunachal Pradesh. As per a recent study by ZSI, that is Zoological Survey of India, both the species of panda named Himalayan red panda and Chinese red panda are present in our country. And as per this study, it was found that Siang River in Arunachal Pradesh serve as a boundary by splitting the red panda into two genetic species. That means on one side of Siang River, Himalayan red panda are found. On another side of Siang River, Chinese red panda are found. V-Hub, India's first state-led incubator, was the initiative of which Indian state? So it was the initiative of Telangana government. Objective was to promote women entrepreneurship. Now recently Telangana announced its partnership with iHub of Gujarat. The iHub of Gujarat was set up with the similar objectives. Now they are going to collaborate to support the startups and to promote women entrepreneurs. In which Indian train, the concept of push-pull mode has been implemented recently. So this has been implemented in Rajdhani Express. And to be specific, Rajdhani Express that operates between New Delhi and Mumbai. Who is the chairperson of task force set up by the government of India on the age of marriage for women? So this task force is headed by Jaya Jetli. This task force was set up for the age of marriage for women. Please note that right now it is 18, for men it is 21. Recently this was in news because it submitted a report to WCD, that is Ministry of Women and Child Development, and to the PMO, that is Prime Minister's Office. Which international energy major is set to acquire 20% stakes in Adani Green Energy Limited? So Total is going to acquire 20% stakes in Adani Green Energy Limited. Total is a company of France. Headquarters is in Paris in France. So it is going to acquire 20% stakes in AGEL, that is Adani Green Energy Limited. It is a part of Adani Group. Who is the chairperson of Adani Group? Gautam Adani. Chahbar Port, which was in news recently, is located in which country? So this port is in Iran. Recently it was in news because India supplied 2 mobile harbor cranes. Please note that India and Iran entered a bilateral contract in 2016. Why this contract was signed? This was signed to start the operations at Shahid Beheshti port of Chahbar. Which state has raised the number of working days under MGNREGA from 100 to 150? So first thing first, what is MGNREGA? It is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So under this act, 100 days of work is assured. Please note that it is for unskilled labor. So for unskilled labor, government provides at least 100 days employment through this MGNREGA. Now, Uttarakhand government has decided to increase this from 100 days to 150 days. Chief Minister of Uttarakhand is Trivendra Singh Rawat. DPIIT of India recently took part in the first ever dialogue with which global association on the IPR. IPR stands for Intellectual Property Rights. So it is European Union. What is DPIIT? It is Department for the Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Now, this DPIIT is under Commerce Ministry. DPIIT is responsible for both internal trade and for external trade. Internal trade means trade within India. External trade means trade between two countries. As per the Inter-Country Transport Vehicles Rules 2021. Which authority has the power to grant inter-country transport permit? So this is State Transport Authority. Now, two important points. First is inter-country. Second is intra-country. Intra-country means within India, and inter-country means India and some other country. 7 countries, including Iran, have lost the right to vote in which organization? So this organization is UNGA, that is United Nations General Assembly. Now, in simplest term, let me explain you the entire issue. So UNGA is association of all countries, and all countries provide financial support to this UNGA. Now, the problem with Iran was that it was not paying its share. So that is why its payment was due, and it was due for more than 2 years. That is why now its voting right has been suspended in UNGA because of this payment due. Tepetia, which was in news recently, is located in which Indian state? So this is going to be state, and it is in Assam. Actually, it is going to be a science city in Tepetia in Assam, and in this science city, various buildings related to science sector are going to be built. For example, National Council of Science Museum, Science and Technology Department of Assam. So this Tepetia is related to Assam. As per the recent statement by RBI, how many banks in India are classified as domestic systemically important banks? So first thing first, what is the meaning of this term? Systemically important banks. So these are the banks which are very crucial for economy, and if they are going to fail, they will have long-term impact on entire economy. For example, heart in our body. So heart is very crucial for our body to function. Similarly, these are the hearts of our financial system, and they are considered as too big to fail. And if they are going to fail, the impact will be widespread. The National Logistic Policy, sometimes seen in news, is associated with which ministry? So it is associated with Commerce and Industry Ministry. In simplest term, what is the meaning of this logistic? It means transportation. For example, transportation of goods from one place to another place. So National Logistic Policy is developed by the government, or to be specific, it is related to Commerce and Affairs Ministry. Now, what is the objective of this policy? Objective is to improve the logistics sector in our country by reducing the logistic cost by less than 10% by 2022. As of now, this cost is 14%. Which company has signed a pact with Airport Authority of India to manage 3 airports, including that in Thiruvananthapuram? So this company is Adani Group. Chairperson of Adani Group is Gautam Adani. So which are these 3 airports? These are airports of Jaipur, Guwahati and Thiruvananthapuram. This one is in Kerala, this one is in Assam, and Jaipur is in Rajasthan. Recently, Jaipur was in news because RBI decided to set up its automated banknote processing center in Jaipur. Indian military team is going to get the training of S-400 air missile defense system in which country? So this country is Russia. So Indian military experts are going to attend the training to operate the S-400 air defense system. Please note that we are going to purchase these air defense system from Russia.